What's up, you guys? Faceless Sticky here, and as you can see, I want to just do trade breakdown or trades breakdown. Today's Wednesday, so I want to do a trade breakdown for a trade on Monday, and then another on Tuesday, and today Wednesday. So I'll be learning something new today, and anytime I do learn something new, I'll just place it out there. Not for the world to see, but for me to revisit it later on in the future when I want to. So right now, I'm not looking to grow anything on X. I'm not looking to grow anything on YouTube. I don't have that ambition right now. But when there's cash in the bag, of course, that would be a that would be a serious goal. Anyways, so this is SAUSD, and I'll be using SAUSD to explain something I learned yearly and something I feel add to your trading style. If you incorporate it, it's going to be very very nice, and your win rate or win ratio will skyrocket if you follow it the way I'm presenting it to you. Without, if you miss it, you miss it. You just come the next day. If you catch it, you catch it. If you hit stop loss, you stop loss. You don't, trade with emotion. You just learn how to manage yourself. Of course, if you do this in any other strategy, you are going to make it. It happens in every other strategy, I mean to say. But I just want to just leave this out there for you to get to the point of what I'm trying to say. So we're going to start from the weekly time frame. And why are we trading the weekly time? Starting from the weekly time frame, what I do is I start off from the weekly time frame to get my bias. I need to know where price is going to this week. And so this week we have something. So I've been learning CRT. Of course, it's an ICT concept, but there's a way they have. Anyways, I don't have to talk about it in this video. Anyways, so we have this huge. In fact, what this is telling us that buyers are serious in the market right now. Look at the way price sold up nicely last week, but then it only on this happened. This move happened only on Friday because we've been selling from Monday onto through Friday, and then on Friday this happened. We closed impossibly above this previous week's low. And then my next target will be for price to target this high because it's a CRT low, and once this happens, our next target will be CRT high. So if you're looking for a buyers on gold, I'm presenting one to you right now. We are bullish on gold. Until price says otherwise, even before we get here, I don't know what price might say, but this is my old projection for the week. So this is what I'm going to be following this week, regardless what any other person put out there. So this aside, what other thing can I see? I can see this other block right here. That price closed impulsively above. So I'm looking for price to continually move to the upside. And then my focus will be on the daily time frame for hours. Anyways, you see it. So within this area, what can I see? An IFVG. The price closed impulsively above on Friday. So my targets or my is it targets? My goal for the week will be for price to buy price from this area here. I will not look to go lower because price is already telling me he wants to go higher or higher. I've been listening to someone lately, and there's the way the person has this Yoruba tongue, and I'm beginning to have that. But anyways, 4 hours time frame to give us more detail. So now we closed impossibly above that zone. Of course, this was on Friday. So next, I'll be looking for a sweep. In fact, we use break liquidity and structure. So I'm looking. This is a break of structure. If you don't know, so price broke this previous high. Price impossibly broke this previous high. So I'm looking for break liquidity structure. I'm anticipating for price to return back to this area I want to buy from. So within that area, I could see this. This is another CRT, but it has been. What word do I use? And this is a CRT low, and then this is a CRT high. This I don't have money, so I don't have a replay to. This happened later on. I'm going to explain. So this is the target. I won't focus on the CRT that is telling me to go down. I'm going to really focus on my buys because, of course, I've said I'm going to be buying today. So what am I going to be looking for sales this week? As you can see, it's not anything serious there. Price just opened, went up, and then started coming down. Anyways, so what can you see now looking at this price? Of course, this is not the trade I caught. but I'm going to share the trade I call. But what can you see? Like just looking at this, by me looking at this price action, you can see that price broke structure here. This is the swing low, and this is the liquidity. So price should go up from this area here. This is my entry model, but there's more to it. So I don't want to put everything out there for now. Of course, it's going to be for free even later on. I don't do charging or anything like that. So the mistake I've been doing previously or before now is chasing price. I was chasing price here and I got confused because of that. Because of how I was chasing price, I got confused. Anyways, so what happened is I was awake all through this price action, all through this, and that can be very, very, very. The reason why we trade in the first place is so that we get rest, so that we don't fix our eyes on the chart too much all the time, and then that is one thing I failed to realize, and I didn't lose, but I was unable to do much on this day because of that. So, anyways, so this is what happened. We had this liquidity sweep. This is a 4 hour low that was swept. Next, we'll be waiting for my entry model to form, and that will be break, liquidity, and then structure. And so we waited. This just happened before 2 a.m. liquidity. I don't know if it's Asian or if it's London or New York session. The first session, I think it's New York session. So before New York session, so we had this break of structure right here. Price closed impossibly above that area. And so from this low to this high, this is around the 50% retracement level. It happened within that area there. And then already that price left this liquidity. So this is the low that broke structure. But I do not like trading like this. I like using liquidity that is around below this liquidity. So this is the area I used. I didn't use this liquidity again. I just used this other block here beneath the liquidity area. So this is the first trade for this day, and my target is always 5 hours. It's a fixed risk to reward, and the reason is so I don't get greedy and then make mistake. So this is the first trade, and then we ended up hitting TP at 5 hour, and then I'm going to give us the next trade. I'm going to explain the next trade now. So to the daily time frame again. So on the daily time frame, price closed impulsively. So Monday closed impulsively. I'd say closed impulsively. I mean Monday closed above previous candles high. So there's no sweep or anything. You didn't close like this. This didn't happen. Like closed above, went above and then closed below this high. No, it closed above the high. So I'm looking for this high to be target and to be. I'll be looking to target this high for my next trade or today. So price from this low to this, oh my god, from this low to this high, I'm going to be looking for an entry with below this 50% area there, and then down to this is the 4 hours time frame. So this is what I did on this is what I did on this day. So we have this POI, this imbalance here, and below the imbalance we have another block as well. Yeah. So I just go to it right in this time frame, and what I did on this day was I sold because CRT didn't happen. I was waiting for CRT to happen on the 4 hours time frame to see if I could find a trade to sell off from, but no CRT to help me, no CRT found. But I think it did on the 1 hour time frame. But I don't do 1 hour time frame much. Price did form a CRT on this time frame. We had the CRT from here. So what I do is this basically. This turtle soup, I should call it turtle soup. Turtle soup always happen at every turning point of the market. Let me explain. So let us start from here. Of course, it's going to be. It's simply the ICT, CMT, SMT concept that the guy has revisited and then made it his own. but I just like the word CRT, and that's why I'm using it. So at every turning point, there's always CRT. So this is a turtle soup, another one, another one. Of course, this has XMT in it. So that's just so as after this is confirming the price is going to sell off to where I'm going to get my entry to buy from. But this is something that I saw on the 15 minutes time frame. So in the 15 minutes time frame, we had this break. Below the break structure, we had this area here. That's liquidity, and there's a Quasimodo entry. Let's delete this instead. Let's delete and use this instead. So within below that zone, we had a Quasimodo entry. I think this is something that DAX uses when it trades. But when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do, I know price wants to buy from here. Price wants to buy from this low here, of course. So what I'm going to look to sell to this area first, and then I'll look for buy. We had a break of structure here. So what I used to do, what I do look for every time I wake up is a break of structure. Where do we break structure? Where do we face breaking structure? Like this area here, when we broke structure to the upside and created liquidity. The same thing happened here. We broke structure to the downside and left liquidity. And then this area too as well. I'm coming there shortly. And so this is going to be a trade. This was a trade. I caught this one, but I did not enter this one. But then I caught 5 hour here, 5 hour, 5 hour, 10 hour, and then on Wednesday. So now this is Wednesday. Do I still need to go to the higher time frame and give an explanation? This is becoming very tiring. Anyways, let's just do the round over very quickly. So daily time frame. So we had price close. Let's delete this. Price ended up closing below this high. So it's looking to me that price wants to get to this imbalance right here. I don't know. I'm not going to delete anything of my chart. Now, I hope you understand what I'm doing now. So price closed below this previous high. So I'll be looking to take price down. Of course, this doesn't happen every time, but I'll just stick to this. I'm sticking anything I see, like what I've learned, that's what I'm sticking to. So we closed. Of course, and the way I'm looking at price now, price might not take out this low. I'm looking at price wants to close above this high, but it doesn't happen. I'm not interested right now. So looking at this, we closed below the previous day's high. So today I'm going to be looking to go to short or to sell price. So how do I do that? I look for CRT on the 4 hours or the 1 hour time frame, like we did here. Look for CRT on the 1 hour time frame, telling us that we're going to sell. So the same thing here. We'll be looking for CRT, telling us we will be buying on this day. We'll be selling on this day. So price swept this liquidity. Not only that, swept this liquidity as well. And this is before we even woke up in the morning. On the next day, we had the CRT. We had this sweep or this turtle soup. Because if we call this CRT, and these guys, I don't know what you want to call it. Comment which one you want, which you prefer, CRT or SMC. Which one do I call it now? So, anyways, in the morning, I'm always using the word when I wake up, or let us say before Asian New York session. We had this break of structure right here, and not only that, we had liquidity. This is like everything, because I know I want to sell on this day. The reason I am selling on this day is because of something that I saw. And what did I see that made me focus on selling? I had 1 minute before this recorder stops recording. So what did I see? CRT happened in the higher time frame, and then I just went down to my lower time frame to look for sell because price says it's going to go short. It's going to sell, and then I wait for a break of structure. Then I wait for a break of structure that has liquidity, and then that's how I sell from. Use the liquidity, and that's just everything. Like that's all you need. So let us just put the whole position to in like few seconds before it turns off. So entry here. Okay, no, this is not it. This is not an entry. It's going to turn off in like 10 seconds. Where's the entry? Okay, here. 5 hour. And just another entry here, and we're already done with Tuesday. So, okay, it's still recording. Okay. I was thinking it was going to off. So this is the first trade, 5 hour. I don't do 6 hour, even though I know price is going to go beyond 5 hour. So next trade, 5 hour stop loss at this high. This is the trade I caught. Caught this one, and then 5 hour, and then this one as well. This one is my limit. I didn't catch this particular trade. In fact, I missed this 5 hour. You see, if I did close at 5 hour, because my stop loss are this high, exactly at this high. If I did not, if I said I was going to hold above 5 hour, I would have been I would have hit break even now. The same thing with this trade. 5 hour price came to this area here, break even. 5 hour, and this one closed obviously. But even if I go above 5 hour, but again, my point. 5 hour, 5 hour, 5 hour, and we've look how clean this is. And like, you just need to wake up in the morning. Like I'm always saying, know where price is going. Look for a break that creates liquidity, and you are good. It always happen during session, during London, New York session. This is the only thing you need to wait for. And then after this happens, if you don't get it, just go and sleep. Because if you rush it, you're going to lose. Take for example this trade right here. You know you're buying, and then you bought here. So you bought. This is no liquidity and structure presented itself. So you bought around this area here. You stop loss, and then you see price selling. You missed it. You came and you're trying to sell again. See another stop loss. Price was selling here. After missing these sales, you came and say you want to buy. Stop loss again. So once you miss this, just stay off the chart. If not, you are going to lose and blow your capital as well. And I could show you more. This is Euro USD. The same thing. Like this is the same thing. Wake up in the morning. Where's the break of structure? This is a break of structure. This is a liquidity sweep, but this is a break of structure right here. And then we are looking to go bullish. This is our entry, 5 hour. The same thing happened here. So this is the total soup on the first time frame. Then we have the break of structure, liquidity. We entered on the 5 minutes time frame. That's all. And then what other pair? Okay, this is I only do gold and EU, and there is GBP GPY. I'll just show you that one very quickly. I just show you that it happens on all pairs. This one is just where is price breaking structure to the upside. We have this break of structure here. After the break of structure, what's the next thing we could see? Liquidity. This is liquidity. Magana Yakari, like this is everything you need. The reason why I just marked out this one because I was seeing a potential total soup happening, but it didn't happen. 5 hour trade, the same thing. USD card. This will be the last one I'll share. USD card and forex.com, and then this one I caught this one. I have anyways 5 hour, 5 hour, 5 hour, and 5 hour. Okay, this is 6 hour, 5 hour. It's always 5 hour. I beg. I don't do 6 hour, 5 hour. So let me explain the way I used to explain so you understand. I wake up in the morning. We broke structure to the downside. I have my POI. There was no liquidity at this time, but then price created liquidity later on. And then I targeted this low. Woke up in the morning. Price broke structure. I missed this trade because my entry was here. So I'm not saying I got this, but it's just me revisiting my chart. The same thing here. Woke up in the morning. Had a break of structure. In fact, we even had this liquidity sweep as well. Then later on, we had liquidity. And then when I'm interested, we had an entry. I think that's everything you need. So until next time, faceless TK, and we'll when I have something else to share, I'm going to update you guys. Until next time, take care.